Who are some of your biggest influences?
I have two older sisters, so like they showed me everything and I kind of just listened to like the same 90s grunge bands like my whole life, like Nirvana and like things of that nature.
Hey friends, it's your girl Emily Curl with iHeartRadio, and today we're hanging out with emerging artist Tatiana Hazel. Tatiana, it's good to have you here. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So now you're calling us from LA. Is this home base for you? This is where you make and record all your music?
Yeah. I'm originally from Chicago, but I've been here for a few years now.
So you grew up in Chicago. What was that like for you? Have you always been musically inclined?
Yeah, pretty much. I started writing songs when I was like 9 and then just like started producing and now I have like a band here and yeah, just pretty much my whole life. Yeah.
Who were some of your biggest influences?
I have two older sisters, so like they showed me everything and I kind of just listened to like the same 90s grunge bands like my whole life, like Nirvana and like things of that nature. So yeah, they're like my favorite band. Radiohead too.
What about now? Who are you most inspired by?
Same, like I kind of just still listen to that music.
Because those people just discovering your music, how would you describe it to them?
It's like alternative pop, I would say.
And so this has always been part of your world, your musical family. When did you first get like your first big break in music where you're like, this is the turning point for me. I want to be an artist. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's come a few different times, that feeling, but mostly when I became like a full-time songwriter, which is like when I first moved to LA a few years ago and was able to like sustain like a, full-time artist career. I felt like that was kind of it.
Yeah. And so how would you describe your artistry, your creative process? What does that look for you now?
Right now, I pretty much always like start and like make the song on like acoustic guitar by myself, and then I'll like meet up with different producers and kind of produce it out is usually my process now.
Yeah. I mean, and let's talk about your new single, Love Is So Fucked Up, which is so good, by the way. Tell us a little bit about this single and this track.
Yeah, I wrote it like over a year ago, I think. And I produced it with my guitarist who's in my band. And it was like right when we had first met and I had just written it and I showed it to him and he was like, oh, I'm down to work on this. And we just got in the studio and like pretty much made it all together, me and him, and our friend Eli.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay, so what is this new era of music we can expect? Are you releasing a lot of music right now?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to release an album, but these are all singles like not on the album right now. It's kind of like a transition. I used to make really different kinds of music, so it's like my first time kind of making what feels more like me, I guess, within like the sort of more alternative realm where I used to be a lot more like indie chill.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so what caused the switch? What was that catalyst?
I think I just found the right collaborators really was the main thing who like kind of helped me get to like what I always envisioned making.
What is what you always envision making? Is it this new music coming out?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was your process looking for those collaborators? How did you know when you found the right one, especially for other emerging artists who are out there trying to find their voice? What was that, moment for you?
Yeah, it was a lot of like asking around and stuff and just like using resources that I had, like people I knew and like just hitting people up, like never being afraid to be like, hey, would you like to get in a session or something? Like worst thing that happens, someone doesn't respond. But a lot of the times that's how I've like met people and like made like some of my favorite songs. So
okay, and I also read that you used to design clothing, right? And you designed for certain artists. Tell us a little bit about that. That's so interesting.
Yeah, at first, when I was in Chicago, before I did music full time, I was doing fashion design, like just for people like in the city and like local artists, and then touring artists like Kali Uchis like had a few of my custom designs and stuff. Yeah, like I think just when I started, the more I started posting it, the more people were like demanding that. So I would like make stuff for myself too.
And do you wear a lot of your own designs, like personally, when you're, playing shows or you're at events?
No, I haven't made clothes in probably like definitely over a year, which is really crazy because it used to be all the time. But I still like style myself and all that, but it's just so much like trying to focus on like my album and like the visuals plus making the clothes. So I'll get back to it eventually though, for sure.
As an emerging artist, you're getting your name out there, you're putting your music out. And I feel like there's been all these conversations around how artists disseminate their music or connect with their fans. What's your relationship like with that? Do you feel a pressure to post your music online or to save up for an album or to release singles? What does that look like for you personally?
Yeah, I mean, I was not releasing music for a long time to wait for my album, but there's so many songs I made that I really love that aren't going to be on it, and those are the ones I'm releasing now, just to kind of like start to make that transition towards the kind of music I'm going to make, and like also just like the people who have been there and like listening to me, will continue to listen to these even if I'm not like pushing so heavily. So I think it's good to, I don't feel like the pressure to do it, but it's more just like wanting to do it for the people who are like, where's the music? Or like to be like, I am making music still, like, you know.
And now, how would you describe your fan base?
Definitely super varied. Like I just toured for the first time and it showed me kind of the range of like ages. Like it was like younger, older. I don't know. I would just say music lovers. Like everyone like always seems to be very like when I'll see them post me, if I see their page, it's like a lot of artists. Like they're very like fans of music, you know?
What about your tour experience? How was that being on the road playing shows?
It was really cool. I love playing shows and it was my first time touring like with my band and stuff. Yeah, so fun. It was just a West Coast tour, but I hope to do more.
Yeah, well, we hope to see a lot more of you, Tatiana. Thank you so much for taking the time for chatting with us. Congratulations on everything. It's always good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
And of course, thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you stream Tatiana Hazel's new single, Love Is So Fucked Up. It's out now on iHeartRadio. We'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.